Mr. Rosenthal, I want to mention my background. I've been 30 years self-employed, so share your experience as an entrepreneur. I was chairman of the state chamber last year in Florida a couple of years ago. But let me mention, I hear what you're saying. I'd like to extend that to 15 years from 39 for all businesses. But what about component depreciation and leasehold? We write off over 5 years, component over 5 years. When you took your position on the improvements for $175,000, how much of that could go in the one category over the other? I'd like to get it all to 15, but I'd like to see us get 15, not just in restaurants, but other businesses as well. But I'd like to just have your thoughts on that. How do you, when I open a business or something, we put it in two categories: the land at 0, 39 on the building, and 5 years, most of it's, whatever we could component or leasehold. So I'd just be interested in your thoughts.
Well, we play that juggling game, with small business entrepreneurs trying to figure out how we spend as much time trying to figure out how we're going to categorize things to maximize our depreciation. However, as you know, there are restrictions on what we can use as components. For example, if we put a kitchen in, the only thing we can accelerate to the 5-year level is actual equipment that is used for cooking. So we've tried to expand that to say, well, is the ductwork over the stove part of that? And we've been rejected often by the IRS saying, no, that's not. It's very literally interpreted. So we wind up with a minimal amount that we're able to put into a 5-year category, and we wind up with most of our leasehold improvements carrying the full tenure, full term of full depreciation. If you look at most restaurant expansions today, 15 years ago, a kitchen cost $150,000 to equip a casual dining 7,500 square foot restaurant. And today we're looking at $500,000 for that same kitchen, right? The majority of which has to be depreciated over 39 and a half years. So the answer to your question is there isn't enough in that lower category to offset the 39 and a half year category. And that's why I think it's important to get the accelerated depreciation.
Yeah, I support you on that. I wanted to mention, Mr. Greenblatt, on your comment, one of the things I think a lot of people don't understand up here because they're not in business, a lot of small businesses pass through income. And what that means, someone makes, and someone said, well, that puts more money in a small business person's pocket. It really doesn't. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. I mean, their net worth. But the reality of it is, if you make $300, you pay $150 in taxes, you buy some more inventory. By the end of the day, I've seen so many business people say, where's my cash? So not much of it really flows through to the owner, and then you need that money to, so when they look at raising taxes from 35 to 45 or add 4.5% on taxes over $150,000, some of the surtax up here, that mentality, a lot of that goes right to the heart of small business. And I know a lot of people that make 500 to 700 to 800, but it flows back into their businesses to create jobs and buy equipment, expand. You got to have it for the banks if you want to try to grow your business. Has that been your experience? I guess I just want to.
Absolutely, that's the key. That's the thing that's critical that we must understand. That we're reinvesting everything back to stay competitive. We're fighting China. We're fighting Japan. We're fighting Mexico. And the only way we can be competitive is by reinvesting, and it's critical that we stay competitive, and that's only going to happen because we keep the tax rates low and we plow more money into the company.